First of all, I want to say what a pleasure it is to have you back here at St. John's. That we're really excited about this whole new area radio programming that we're able to do. I also want to congratulate all the students who've been on the show this morning. We've had students from kindergarten through grade 8 represented here today, and they've been doing a wonderful job. Maybe next time we can even include a pre-K student, but they're at the pumpkin patch today, so they're on their field trip, so hopefully finding a perfect pumpkin for Halloween.
They look so cute, all bundled up going down the hallway.
Right. They were very excited. It's their first trip, so we'll welcome them back around 2 o'clock this afternoon. We've been at this new location on Opossumtown Pike for about a year, and we're really settling in to our new space. Even after hours, we have a lot of activities that go on so that we can help our students reach their full potential. Our media center stays open after school so students can do research or study. Other after-school activities include our school band, scout groups, cheerleading, and other sports like soccer, basketball, and lacrosse. We also have a student council and a National Junior Honor Society, and you heard from a few of those officers today during the program. We also have the group called Light of Hope that does service projects in our local community, and we had some representatives from that group here today also. Our music teacher oversees a school chorus and handbell ensemble, and Carmen told you a little bit about our group of Irish dancers who has reached about a 45 student number in that group.
Wow.
So that's pretty exciting, and they do perform here at school and for special events. Sean mentioned a little bit about our family reading night that's going to happen this evening for students in grades K through 3. That was planned by one of our second grade teachers, Mrs. Powers, and it has a Halloween theme. We're going to have some guest readers, crafts, snacks, and a book swap. And during the evening, our book fair is going to be open, and we have over 100 people that are going to be attending that event this evening. I don't know if any of the students have mentioned our values code. I know Christine mentioned Mrs. Hansen's Honesty Project.
Right.
But we've been using the values code with our students to help them understand the importance of developing a good character. And every 2 to 3 weeks, the teachers focus on a different value. Right now, we're discussing respect in all of our classrooms, and teachers have been asked to incorporate a variety of creative ideas to reinforce the value of respect with their students and what exactly that means. Some of the examples of how teachers have been including respect in their lessons, and again, this goes from K through 8 and also in our specials classes. Mrs. Goodwich in the computer lab has words on the overhead that talk about respect with a quote. In Mrs. Goldstein's religion class, the students created their own list of definitions of respect along with quotes from the Bible. Mrs. Brower's 8th grade social studies class used respect as they discussed milestone Supreme Court cases. 6th grade students are going to be discussing respect when they read Number the Stars with Mrs. Johansson's. One of Mrs. Malik's language arts classes just finished reading the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. The moral of the poem is to respect all of God's creatures. And in the killing of the albatross, the mariner disrespected one of God's creatures and spent the rest of his life serving penance for this sin. Mrs. Long's kindergarten class is learning a song called Respect, and they will also be memorizing Matthew 7:12. Do unto others what you would have them do to you.
How are you, Sean?
Good.
Excellent.
How do you like being a vice principal?
Oh, I like it a lot. It's very different from being a teacher. I get the opportunity not just to work with one class or a couple of classes. I get to go in many of the classes in the school. So I really enjoy being able to see all the students from pre-K all the way up through 8th grade.
How long have you been a teacher?
This is my 6th year being a teacher, and first full year as assistant principal.
What school did you go to in order to become a teacher?
I went to Mount St. Mary's College at the time, but now it's Mount St. Mary's University, and I'm finishing up my graduate work, so it's after the undergraduate work, I'm finishing that up, and this spring, which is now Mount St. Mary's University. So.
What do you and Mrs. Smith do that is the same, and what do you do differently?
Well, we have a lot of the same duties. We do some things like we oversee some of the after-school activities. We do hang out at some of the dances to make sure everything's going all right, and we check on the classes throughout the day and look at lesson plans that teachers have written. Of course, because I'm the assistant principal, I handle the discipline. The not too pleasant part of my job, but it's something that has to be done. Of course, the kids at St. John's are very good, so I don't see too many of them. But we have a lot of similar responsibilities, and like I said, a few added ones on my side of things.
How do you balance being a teacher and vice principal?
Well, fortunately, I'm only teaching 2 classes, so I'm done teaching at about 10 o'clock in the morning, and that leaves the remainder of the day to do all of my duties as the assistant principal. So it's not too difficult, sometimes a little challenging, keeps me running, but overall it keeps me very busy and keeps me out of trouble.